Time to read Psalm 9. I did not read through it this morning, but it's a long one, and so hopefully you get something out of it. Okay, Psalm 9, it's called I Will Recount Your Wonderful Deeds. It's another Psalm of David. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exult in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they will stumble and perish before your presence. For you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne giving righteous judgment. You have rebuked the nations. You have made the wicked perish. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. The enemy came to an end in everlasting ruins. Their cities you rooted out. The very memory of them has perished. But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for justice, and he judges the world with righteousness. He judges the peoples with uprightness. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. And those who know your name put their trust in you, for you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praise to the Lord who sits enthroned in Zion. Tell among the peoples his deeds. For he who avenges blood is mindful of them. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. Be gracious to me, O Lord. See my affliction from those who hate me. O you who lift me up from the gates of death, that I may recount all your praises. That in the gates of the daughter of Zion I may rejoice in your salvation. The nations have sunk in the pit that they made, in the net that they hid, their own foot has been caught. The Lord has made himself known. He has executed judgment. The wicked are snared in the work of their own hands. The wicked shall return to Sheol, all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, and the hope of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail, let the nations be judged before you. Put them in fear, O Lord, let the nations know that they are but men. Okay, wow, that was obviously a pretty vengeful poem. I feel like we've seen a lot of that here in the first poems. I don't actually know if it's gonna continue on that way, but I would kind of guess it is. What I noticed reading through is it starts with that vengefulness and then it ends with that vengefulness kind of like God, like do something, punish these wicked people. But then we've got this middle section that's, you know, like run to him all those who are afflicted. Sing praises, and he's a stronghold for the oppressed. It reminds me of this whole idea of like Jesus didn't come for the strong but for the weak. He didn't come for the healed but for the broken. And so if you haven't noticed by now, I always lean towards the pieces that are not as vengeful. That's just my nature. And I'm not super drawn to talking about the vengeful prayers that David continues to send out throughout the Psalms so far, but I do love his faith in the Lord and how that prevails and how that still comes through. And that's ultimately what we can see even in the vengeful prayers that he continues to send, that he knows God will do it and he trusts that God will continue to protect him. If you don't know David's story, he was a mere shepherd boy when God basically called him to be king, which was probably a shock, honestly. Why I bring that up today is because I'm reading through this song and it's just such a reminder of like David knows God's character. David has come face to face with the Lord and has a relationship with him, and that this is how he prays to him, and so there's something that we can glean from it for our own prayers. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this. This was Psalm 9, and I will see you next time.